This is Andrew Stotts of A. Stotts Investment Research to talk about world-class benchmarking, looking at the company Pruksa Real Estate in Thailand. The company, we can look at the breakdown of the company and understand a little bit more. First of all, Pruksa Real Estate Company operates as a real estate developer in Thailand, focusing on the low to mid-end residential market. Projects include townhouses, single detached houses, and condominiums, and the company has 7 precast factories in Bangkok. If we look at the general trading information, we can see the company's at about $1.7 billion US in market cap and about 0.8 beta and $3 million in average daily turnover. The founding family owns about 66% of the company. To go over some of the things about the company, first, they develop 3 types of residential housing projects, which are single detached housing, townhouses, and condominiums, with a focus on Bangkok's and the surrounding area. The company manages its own construction by dividing work into parts and hiring contractors to perform specific tasks. Its precast factories produce house walls, fences, slabs, and special elements for walls and facades, which of course they ship to the location of the construction. Currently, it has 7 precast factories and a total capacity to produce 1,120 housing units per month. Pruksa holds the largest market share in the townhouse segment at about 30%. And as of 2015, the company had 173 active projects covering all its housing types. The company plans to restructure its business and expand into other recurring income businesses, which could include businesses like hospitals and others. So in order to do this, they've setting up a holding company, and that they'll make a tender offer for the Pruksa shares at a swap ratio of 1 Pruksa share for one of the holding company. And this will allow them to have a holding company structure in place by the end of 2016 if it goes by plan. Now, if we look at the breakdown, 45% looks like that, townhouses, 34% high-rise condos, and 20% single detached houses. So let's talk about world-class benchmarking in Pruksa. First of all, the chairman of the company is Dr. Pisit Liatam, who's been there for more than 5 years, since 2004 actually, so a long time, and he's an independent director. And the man who's been running the show is Thongma Wijit Pongpan, and he's been there, of course, since the founding in 1993. So if we look at the world-class benchmarking, the first thing we look at is profitable growth. And what we can see is that during his tenure, Thongma saw a ranking of number 1 on profitable growth for the last 5 years. Remember that this ranking is basically means that they're better than 162 of 180 large real estate companies globally. And if we look at where that comes from, the first thing is profitability. He's maintained a number 1 ranking in profitability for the last 5 years, which means that he's beating almost every real estate company globally. And also we can see that growth has just actually ticked up a little bit to number 3. And so that's also driving that number 1 performance. If we understand what's going on in the business, we can see asset utilization fell to 2 from 1, but it didn't impact the profitability. And in fact, asset utilization's been great. We can also see that the margin chain has improved. So margins have improved a little bit, and that's going to bring them to a 4 ranking up 1 step. So do you want to see the profitable growth rank for a company in your portfolio? Well, just leave a comment below with a company name and a country listing, and I'll post it if I have it.